Hey there folks, Mark Johnson, tech-snobs.com. Full review, Droid DNA. And I'm going to start off the review showing you off one of the many nice hardware features on the device. See that in the left-hand corner? It's got an LED going off. It's kind of one of the more crazier things I've seen. But basically, if you get a notification, if you have your phone upside down, now you know because the light's blinking. So what a way to start off. That's definitely a unique feature, and I will say it's one of the first times I've ever seen that. It is the first phone, I believe, to even have something like that. One of the things about this device, flat out, you're going to notice right away, fantastic 1080p display. 5-inch display, 5-inch diagonal that is. Very, very fast. One of the fastest, if not the fastest phone I've ever used. And it just stands out. I'm going to go ahead and run a quick benchmark test. Just to kind of give you an idea, this phone is scored faster than any phone I've used, including the Galaxy Note 2. Now, obviously, these benchmarks sometimes don't, you run one benchmark, it says this, sometimes it says that, but it still says a lot to be said about what HTC's been able to do with this. It's a quad-core processor on here, 2 gigs of RAM, and what makes it spectacular is the fact that it's a 1080p display. And pushing all these extra pixels and so forth, you would think that that would really kind of hinder some of the performance, but it doesn't at all. This phone is just as snappy and zippy as anything I've ever used on Android. It does have Android 4.1, Jelly Bean 4.11, and it's just a very, very nice device. I mean, $199 on Verizon. This one I've got 78.73, which is very, very fast. It beats out the HTC One X handily, just the original one. So that's some very, very good, spec numbers there. Overall, is Android. I mean, it's really nothing too much different with, HTC Sense on here than I've used in the past. I mean, I do notice, a few nice things with it. You always have the cool little weather, animated weather thing going, which is always real nice. But, other than that, I mean, it's a, just like any other Android device. I mean, you have your normal, home screen, and you can get multiple screens and take them away and add panels and so forth. Real cool kind of stuff. I mean, if you like HTC Sense, you're going to like this phone because it just HTC Sense on steroids in a lot of ways. It's just very, very fast. Some of the other things about it, of course, is on Verizon's 4G LTE, which is fast. Let's see what kind of speeds I got on that. Before I do that, though, and even just zipping through this phone, as you can see, it's just like very, very little to no lag at all. I mean, actually no lag, I would say, as far as, what you're going to get with Android. And I find that to be very impressive. And just an overall, just very, very nice, fast device. So let's go ahead and run a speed test. Let's see what we get with this. One thing in the past I've noticed with HTC is their radios have always been not the best. And on here, I find it to be very good, and it doesn't even kill the battery, which is my next thing. Look, 26 megs down, 9 megs up, middle of the day. Very, very great performance. But one thing about the battery, it's a 2020 milliamp hour battery. It doesn't sound like much because, it's not compared to like a Droid Razr Max at 3300 milliamp hour or the Galaxy Note. But what it does give you is it lasts me throughout a business day, which is very shockingly good in a good way because I haven't really used a lot of Android phones that could do that. So that I don't know whatever technology kind of with the system resources, maybe it has something to do with Jelly Bean, but the battery is going to get you through a business day. Another nice feature with this is it also supports wireless charging. If you ever wanted to, charge your device with no wire, this is a cool device that will do it. And you see the little wireless thing comes up. And it's just a convenient thing. It's not, super groundbreaking or super fast, but it kind of alleviates you from having to, pull this little flap out, this little flimsy plastic flap to charge it as well. So that's a nice feature. Power button's up at the top, which is kind of, it's a little weird at first, but you can get used to it. This is a big phone, but it's not so big as the Galaxy Note where the Galaxy Note, you can't even say it's a phone. You don't feel like it's a phone, but this, I could say, I feel like this is a phone. So I definitely say phone first. HTC says the same thing. It's also unlocked on Verizon. I put an AT&T SIM in here and was getting some nice speeds using AT&T's network. And Verizon keeps doing that. It kind of gives them a nice boost over the competition. If, you know, devices that are unlocked, you can take overseas, you can put another SIM in. Just gives you some more flexibility. So this will work, AT&T SIM and a T-Mobile SIM. I haven't tried T-Mobile, but I know if it works with AT&T, it'll work with the T-Mobile one. So overall, great device. Honestly, the biggest downfall with this is the storage. The storage space on here is only 16 gigs. And it really doesn't make, you know, because of that, I couldn't possibly use this as my only device, because with music, I like to, you know, listen to a lot of music and movies, video clips and so forth. I found myself having to delete stuff just to kind of make full use of this. But if you're not into a lot of that stuff, you know, you definitely 16 gigs will get you by fine. You know, so just keep that in mind when you look at this device. Basically, the main thing, non-removable battery and 16 gigs of storage. That's kind of the only thing that kind of crippled this device. But it's $199 2-year contract on Verizon, $599 off contract. So keep that in mind too. So thanks for watching. Be sure to check the site out, tech-snobs.com. More things going to be coming. Going to CES soon, folks. Going to be excited about that. Thanks for watching. Take care.